treating water without a laboratory test is more like guessing, because you never know what is in the water until you have tested it in the laboratory. Yes, hello there. Welcome to NSI Water, your home of smart water and energy solutions. Now today we want to talk about water treatment. And where do we start from? You see, facts show that the earth is 70% water, but part of the 70%, we have only 2.5% as usable water. I mean fresh water. So close to 97% is actually saline water. So we are left with only 2.5% that we can use as fresh water. But part of the 2.5%, some is distributed into groundwater, some is in form of glaciers, that's the ice frozen, then some is into surface water, about only 1% as surface water. But because of the increasing heavy pollution of our environment, the 2.5 is actually not all available for use. Our resources have been heavily polluted, thus rendering us with even less than 2.5% that we can use. But water is life. So we have to make the contaminated water usable. And how do we do that? Water treatment. This is where we get the concept of water treatment. Now, where do we start from if we are to treat water? And now this is what we want to talk about today. Always, treating water is like treating a patient. You do not know what they are suffering from until you have tested. Likewise to the water, we have physical tests and we have laboratory tests. By looking at the water, you can tell the color of the water, you can tell that the water is turbid, you can tell that the water is heavily polluted with sediment, but you cannot know the impurities in the water, such as the chemicals and the dissolved salts and minerals. You cannot see them by the eyes. Now, these are only told through the second type of test, that is the laboratory test. Always, the beginning point of it is taking the water to the laboratory, it being tested, and we discover the impurities that exist in the water. Now, these are the impurities that give us a lead to what exactly we are going to treat. Now, treating water without a laboratory test is more like guessing, because you never know what is in the water until you have tested it in the laboratory. Are you thinking of treating your water to be sure that you're treating and doing the right thing? Always have the water taken to the laboratory test, then we can know the impurities that really exist in the water and need to be removed from the water. Alright, I hope that helps. See you in the next episode.